They say hospitals are where the living meet the dead, and I guess I spent too much time in that in-between place. My name's Daniel, and for 3 years I worked the night shift at St. Mercy's Hospital. It's gone now, condemned after the fire. But some nights I still hear the alarms in my sleep. St. Mercy's wasn't your usual hospital. Built in the 1950s, most of it hadn't been updated in decades. The lights buzzed, the walls were yellowed, and there was one wing everyone avoided. The East Wing. The Whisper Ward. They said it used to house patients with severe psychiatric conditions, back when lobotomies were still a thing. It was sealed off years before I started, but every now and then, on the cameras, motion sensors in that wing would trigger, always between 3 and 4 a.m. I never believed in ghosts. I thought it was rats, maybe a wiring issue, until one night I got the call. Security alert, East Wing corridor. I almost ignored it, but protocol meant I had to check. I grabbed my flashlight and badge and went alone. The doors to the East Wing were chained shut, but one of the locks had been broken. When I stepped through, the air changed. It smelled like wet plaster and rusted metal. My breath came out white. It shouldn't have been that cold. At first I thought I heard the wind, but as I moved deeper, the whispers got clearer. Voices, layered, like dozens of people talking at once, but just below hearing. I tried calling on the radio, but all I got was static. I found an old nurse's station. The desks were covered in dust, charts scattered everywhere. One of them caught my eye. Patient 409, Julia Hemsworth. Date of death, June 12, 1963. I don't know why that name stuck with me. Maybe because when I turned around, I heard someone say it. Julia, whispered a female voice. Julia, I said out loud, trying to sound brave. My voice echoed back at me. Then I saw it. At the end of the hall, a wheelchair moved on its own. Just a few inches, but enough to screech across the tiles. That sound, I still can't forget it. I followed, heart pounding. The hallway ended in a door marked Ward B, restricted. The lock was rusted. I pushed it open and stepped inside. Every bed was still made, like the patients had just left. The curtains swayed, though there was no breeze. Then I saw her, a woman sitting on one of the beds, long hair covering her face, wearing an old hospital gown. Her head tilted when she heard me. Slowly, she looked up. Her eyes, they were milky white, like she'd been blind for years. She opened her mouth to speak, but instead of words, the heart monitor tone came out. A flat line, louder and louder until it filled the room. I dropped my flashlight. The sound stopped, and when I picked it up again, she was gone. I ran, but every hallway turned into another. The same signs, the same doors, looping back to Ward B again. I tried every exit, but somehow, I always ended up in the same place. And every time, that whisper followed me. Stay. Finally, I saw an emergency exit glowing red. I bolted for it, slammed through the door, and suddenly I was in the main lobby, lights on, staff moving like nothing had happened. I checked my watch. It was 3:17 a.m., but the East Wing, it had been demolished 2 years before. I tried to tell security. They thought I was joking, said no camera feed showed me leaving the control room all night. I quit the next day. That was 5 years ago. I live 2 states away now, but last week I got a package, no return address. Inside was a hospital chart, stained with something brown. The name on it, Julia Hemsworth. The date? Tomorrow.